Saving money always sounds simple until you actually try to do it. Suddenly, your paycheck disappears, your expenses grow legs, and saving even a few bucks feels like pulling off a bank heist. But here's the truth. It's not that you're bad with money. It's that no one ever showed you how to use the system against itself. Because when you apply the right strategies, backed by psychology, automation, and a few clever mindset hacks, saving your first $10,000 doesn't just become possible, it starts to feel almost illegal. So if you've ever struggled to build savings, if you're tired of feeling broke, or you just want to finally feel in control of your money, keep watching. Because I'm about to walk you through 7 unfair strategies to save money so fast, your friends will think you're doing something shady. Let's dive in. Number 1, the 10K illusion trap. Saving money feels hard, especially when the goal is something big like $10,000. That number alone can feel so far out of reach, your brain checks out before you even begin. Here's the trick. Instead of focusing on 10K, break it down into something your brain can actually process. $10,000 a year is just $833 a month. That's about $27 a day. Now ask yourself, could you save $27 today? Maybe by eating at home, skipping the $6 coffee, or canceling that random subscription you forgot about. These small wins are what actually build momentum. The goal isn't to change your entire lifestyle overnight, it's to stack tiny wins every single day. And when you reframe each $27 saved as another step closer to your 10K goal, the process stops feeling like a sacrifice and starts feeling like success. Number 2, lock your wallet with a Ulysses Pact. If you've ever promised yourself you won't spend money and then somehow still did, you're not alone. It's not about being weak-willed, it's about being human. That's where a Ulysses Pact comes in, a strategy backed by behavioral psychology to help you protect your future self from your present self. In simple terms, you make it harder for yourself to spend money impulsively, and you do it on purpose. Let's say you tend to overspend on Amazon. Try deleting the app from your phone, or use browser extensions that block shopping sites during certain hours. Some people even go as far as freezing their credit card in a block of ice, literally. If it takes 3 hours to thaw your card before a purchase, odds are you'll give up. Here's another version I love. Give a trusted friend or sibling a signed check, say for $50, and tell them they can cash it if you break your spending rule. That's external pressure with real financial consequences. Suddenly, saying no to that late-night online shopping spree gets a whole lot easier. These friction points might feel like overkill, but that's the point. Saving money isn't just about self-control, it's about setting traps for your worst impulses. The harder it is to spend, the easier it becomes to save. Number 3, automate like a lazy genius. The truth is, you don't need more willpower to save money. You need fewer decisions. Most people fail to save not because they don't care, but because they're overwhelmed. After a long day of work, managing bills, groceries, and appointments, the last thing your brain wants to do is manually move $100 into a savings account, so it doesn't. And then, you feel guilty. That's why automation is a game changer. Think of it like this. You're building a system that does the hard work for you while you sleep, eat, and scroll Instagram. The idea is to remove yourself from the process entirely. Here's a basic version. Every time your paycheck lands, have your bank automatically split it into different buckets. One for bills, one for spending, one for savings. Then go one level deeper. Set up a weekly auto transfer of, say, $75 from your checking to your high-yield savings. You won't miss it because you'll forget it was ever there. Apps like Capital, Ally, or even your regular bank can make this incredibly easy. Some apps round up your purchases to the nearest dollar and dump the difference into savings. Buy a $3.50 coffee, it rounds up to $4 and saves the extra 50 cents. It sounds small, but it stacks fast. The key is, make saving the default, not the exception. That way, instead of relying on a motivated day, you're saving money on autopilot, every single week. Number 4, the 30-day dopamine delay. Spending money isn't always about logic, it's often about chemistry. When you see something you want, your brain floods with dopamine, the feel-good chemical that makes you crave and click buy now. But here's the catch. Most of that dopamine is released before you even make the purchase. It's the anticipation, not the item, that makes you feel good. This is exactly why so many of us fall into the trap of impulse spending. But you can flip the script with one simple rule. the 30-day rule. Here's how it works. Whenever you feel that itch to buy something, don't pull out your wallet. Instead, open a note in your phone or a small journal and create a not now but later list. Write the item down and set a reminder for 30 days from now. During that time, the urgency fades. The emotional high drops off. And what happens most of the time? You realize you didn't need it at all and just saved yourself money without relying on willpower. This one change helps you pause, reflect, and break the emotional loop. And over the course of a year, it could easily help you save hundreds, maybe even thousands, that would have been gone in minutes. Number 5. Master the 1-for-1 rule. Let's be honest, sometimes you need to spend. Your shoes are falling apart, your laptop just died, or your winter coat doesn't fit anymore. Life happens. But here's where most people slip up. They replace something and still keep the old one. Or they buy something new just in case and end up owning duplicates that collect dust and drain dollars. That's why the 1-for-1 rule is a game changer. It's simple. Every time you buy something new, you commit to removing one similar thing from your life. One in, one out. Need a new pair of jeans? Donate or sell an old pair. Buying a new phone? Sell or recycle the old one. Even better, before you buy anything, ask, is this actually replacing something or just adding more clutter? This rule trains your brain to be intentional. It forces you to stop and ask if you're spending to solve a real problem or just filling an emotional gap. And here's a bonus tip. Try to buy secondhand first. Thrift stores, Craigslist, or Facebook Marketplace often have better quality items for a fraction of the price. You'd be surprised how many barely used gems are just waiting for a new home. And they're already a fraction of what you'd pay new. Stick to this rule, and not only will your space feel lighter, your bank account will too. Number 6. Build a personal money map. If you've ever ended a month wondering where all your money went, you're not alone. Most people try to save by winging it. No plan, no clarity, just vibes. That's where a money map changes everything. Think of it like this. Your income gets divided into 4 simple zones. Capital, your total take-home pay. Core needs, rent, groceries, bills, your essentials. Choices, stuff you want, like eating out or subscriptions. Compound, your wealth builder, savings, investments, debt payoff. Once you map these out, even roughly, you start spotting patterns. Maybe you're spending way more in choices than you realized, or maybe you're barely funding your compound bucket, which is why your savings feel stuck. A personal money map doesn't need to be complex. You can sketch it on paper or use a simple spreadsheet. What matters is knowing what percentage goes where and where you can shift to save more, faster. Because when your money has direction, you have control. Number 7. Audit your life every 90 days. If you want to save money fast, you need to stop flying blind. Every 90 days, sit down and do a quick checkup on your finances. It's like spring cleaning, but for your bank account. Pull up your last 3 months of transactions and scan for stuff that's draining your cash without adding value. Unused subscriptions, duplicate charges, random fees. Impulse purchases you forgot about. You'd be shocked at what slips through. One study found that people thought they spent $86 a month on subscriptions, but they were actually spending over $200. That's more than $1,300 a year, gone quietly. Use this audit to cancel the junk, negotiate bills, or find leaks in your spending. Every dollar you recover is another dollar toward that 10K goal. And while you're at it, glance at your money map. Are you still hitting your targets? Has lifestyle creep snuck in? This isn't about being perfect, it's about staying in control. 1 hour every 3 months can save you hundreds, if not thousands. So if you made it this far, just know you're already ahead of 90% of people. Saving $10,000 might sound overwhelming at first, but now you've got the actual blueprint. You've seen the science, the strategy, and most importantly, the psychology behind what really works. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about setting up systems that save money for you, even when you're not thinking about it. Small changes, done smartly, stack up faster than you think. Now here's what you should do next. Pick just one of the 7 strategies we talked about and apply it today. Not tomorrow, not next Monday. Today, because momentum starts with movement. And if you're serious about taking your savings game to the next level, be sure to check out the linked video on 8 things you need to do with your paycheck immediately. It breaks down exactly how to handle your money the moment it hits your account, so it doesn't slip through your fingers. You've got this.